Hey you guys, I am just getting started here. Thanks for joining. We were working on January in Patty's journal. Welcome here, you guys. We had just picked out some washi tapes to use. I also wanted to show you guys these new charms that I just got an order of charms in, these cute little strawberries. So these are another option. Every journal order, whether it's a custom journal or an empty journal, you get to choose some custom charms. So I've got letters of the alphabet in a few different styles, and then a bunch of really cute, fun charms, including these strawberries are brand new and I love them. So I'm going to put those back in, but I was just unpacking those, so I figured I would show you them. Aren't they, Maria? I know, I'm obsessed. Like, now that I discovered the world of adding charms to my journals, I'm just obsessed. Hey, Patty, how are you? No, you didn't miss at all, Paige. You just got the notification because I just started. I was just showing some cute little strawberry charms that I got. I got another order of charms in, and these are my faves. Hey, Jackie. All right, so we wanted to use some washi tape. We also want to add a personal section, a note section, and then some kind of doodles all over the place on here. So let's get going with that. I think I'll add the personal section and note section first, just so we have everything placed well, and then we'll add some washi tape and some doodles. So let me do that. I'm just gonna... Hey, Jessie, how are you? I tried to make you a moderator this afternoon. Does it look like it worked? You and also the other Jessie reached out to me saying the same thing, so I figured I'd just try it for both of you guys and see if it actually worked. Oh, it worked. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, I see the little symbol by your face now. So I don't really know what that all does, like how that works on your end, but now we can maybe give it a try with the like whole polls thing. And I think technically you have the ability like to mute people or block people, but we've never had problems with that in here. I know some lives get like bots and just weird weird comments in them, but I never really have that problem here. Yeah, I hope that the polls thing actually works well. I never really participate much in other people's lives, so I've never seen the polls feature in action, so I don't actually know like what it's like and how smooth it will make things, but I'm excited to try it out. Why don't we think of a poll to do right away? Thanks. Yeah, we did these little like snow-capped days of the week. Okay, let's think of a poll to do right away so that we can try out this new feature. So we kind of have two open spots to fill with doodles. We've got this area here and then this area here. These are going to get labels yet. And then the rest of the space will be left empty for her to actually write her plans. So let's just decide which spot to put washi tape in. I might change things up if it doesn't look fun, like if it doesn't look great, but just for the purpose of trying to use a poll, option 1 is going to be to put washi tape up here and then doodles down here. And option 2 will be doodles up here and washi tape down here. Let's see if that works. Jessie's going to try to put a poll. I have no clue how that's going to appear to you guys. Oh, and the other Jessie is here too. And you have your little label too. Option 1, smiley face and sad face. That's funny. Okay, and I'm going to label these boxes while we try out our polling system. This is just a trial run. So Jessie, See, it's confusing that your guys' names are both Jesse, but the Jesse who just joined, the other Jesse also reached out to me offering to try moderating. So he's going to try to put a poll right now. We'll see if it works. Okay, Jess. Poll is up. Okay. Oh, is that it in the top little corner there? Okay, so option 1 was to have washi tape up at the top and doodles down at the bottom. Those are kind of our 2 spaces that we need to fill. And option 2 is to have washi tape down at the bottom and doodles up at the top. Okay, this is cool. I'm gonna vote on my iPad just for fun. Oh yeah, that works so easily. Oh my gosh, if it's that easy. I mean, I don't know how easy it was for you, Jesse, to just quickly input that, but I haven't been doing quite as many polls as I used to do. Just now that more people actually like watch and participate, it takes longer, but maybe with this feature it would work better. Super easy. Cool. And then does that mean the poll is over? Okay, now where can we see the results of the poll? Oh, I can see them on my phone, which is up high, but I should be able, oh yeah, I can shimmy it enough to see the results. Okay, so option 2 won. Cool. Okay, that's really, really convenient. Yeah, definitely easier than counting everything up and trying to account for double votes and everything. Great. And so, Patty, we are gonna definitely have time to start on February tonight. So I know you sent me a cover photo idea for February that spanned 2 pages. Do you want us to just copy that exactly? Or do you want us to like take some votes on how it's gonna look or anything? Or just kind of copy the idea that you sent? And Jesse's, thank you so much for doing this, but like never feel like you have to come to my lives just so that you can moderate. Like no pressure at all. If you're here anyways and you're not, you know, trying to multitask, like whatever, then you can do it, but there's no pressure on my end. It does work to do it without anyone manning the polls, but I do appreciate you guys at least giving it a try to see how well it goes. Okay, so we're gonna put some washi down here and then some doodles up here. And I think I'll bring in the purple just because we don't have really any purple on this page other than that tiny little box. I feel like this blue plaid doesn't quite go. I was hoping it would be a closer match to one of our colors, but. Okay, sounds good, Patty. Then I will show, actually this one's too thin. Let me do this one instead. I know, it is so funny that you guys are both Jesse and like spelt the same too. Like, funny, funny. There we go. My day was pretty good. I'm trying to think. I almost never nap during my boys' afternoon nap, but I did today. And so I feel like I just missed a whole chunk of my day, you know, like trying to think of what I did today. It was like I basically just played with my kids for most of the day. And then my husband took them to go watch the Leafs game with his family. So I got to do some work then. But yeah, it was a good day. I've been looking into more of the journal kit stuff, and I would love some of your guys' feedback on that. Yeah, it was pretty gloomy here too. We went out for a walk in the morning, and it was fine, but we were a bit chilly. We ended up going inside at a building that we pass every day. We just went inside and roamed around for a bit instead of walking the whole time. How about you guys? How was your Thursday? Just worked. Oh, that's great, Jessie. That will make it so easy. I had a hard time staying awake. Me too. Your 2.5-year-old doesn't nap anymore? Oh my goodness, I can't even imagine. My baby has never been a great napper. Like, for his whole life, and he's almost 1 at this point, but for his whole life, every nap, pretty much every nap, will end around like 30 minutes. And then if I can snuggle him back to sleep, then he'll usually sleep for a while. But that takes, you know, like 30, 45 minutes each time. So I don't really have like an uninterrupted nap chunk. If I did, I would go live in the afternoons because I would love to go live at that time of day instead. But yeah, but my toddler naps so well. Like, he naps at least 2 hours most days, which I am definitely thankful for that. I know, I'm so glad it's Friday tomorrow. Last weekend just didn't really feel like a weekend because my husband was away, so it was just like, you know, felt the same as every other day of the week because I was just home with the boys. So I feel very ready for a weekend. Started fighting naps pretty bad. Oh, wow. What time does he go to bed then? If he doesn't nap? Aw, fun. I know, right? I wish I could nap 2 hours a day. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense, Paige. He would for sure get overtired with no nap in the day. Totally, Jessie. I know. I never say no to an opportunity to nap now. Paige, does he like, if you try putting him down, does he like play for a while? Or does he just like need to be, you know, held and snuggled until he falls asleep, you know? Lots of snuggles. Aw, sick kids. That's never fun, but the snuggles are great. It's the only nice thing about kids feeling under the weather is that they finally slow down enough to snuggle. He just plays or sit. Oh. Oh yeah, no, my toddler doesn't let us rock him to sleep anymore either, but he, for the most part, is quite content to play in his crib. Oh, I forgot the pom-pom on this toque, and I forgot to doodle on the toque. Where was I on this page? But yeah, he's usually fairly content to just like be in his crib for a while. So like, I think he gets more sleep than he needs, because he'll take a big nap in the afternoon, and then sometimes at night it takes him like an hour and a half or two to fall asleep. And we have to pop in there, as you guys know, because I often will have to like pop out of my live while my husband was gone to go help him out. But like, he'll still just be in there fairly content for like an hour and a half, sometimes even more, before he actually falls asleep. Which, I don't know, I feel like we're pretty spoiled with his sleep schedule, because we still get an evening and an afternoon nap, even though he like doesn't actually need to be in the crib that whole time. He just like, he has a book in there, he has some teddies, and he'll just kind of wind down in there and then go to sleep when he's ready. I'm doing well. How are you? Oh yeah, totally, Jessie. Let me show you. So yeah, we had like the 4 seasons here. So spring to summer to fall to winter. And then we carried over the winter theme into January. And then she has her usual goals page and added an extra page for inspiration. And then our monthly dashboard for January. And then the weekly spreads. Oh yeah. Yeah, we started with quiet time too. And I think that helped him get comfortable with just like being in his crib and playing in his crib. Oh yeah, the teething will just throw everything for a loop, hey? Oh, thanks, Jessie. Yeah, the inspiration page was fun. Little bulletin board sort of moment. Happy medium, yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, Journey's on. Let me show you the inspiration page. So it's just a spot for her to write thoughts entering the new year. You know how some people have like a word of the year or quotes or something for the year. So since this is the first month in 2026, she's got a spot for that. Thank you. All right, now which page? Oh, here. This is where I was. Thank you, Jessie. Good, Patty. I'm glad you love it. That's what matters. Okay, I think we're done January. That was quick. We definitely did the heavy lifting for January last time, so we didn't have much to do today. So I'm just going to put away these markers, and then I want to show you what Patty sent me for February for the inspiration. Oy. Just dropping my markers. Yeah, didn't the little snowy caps turn out cute? That was a good detail, Patty. All right, so let me show you guys what Patty sent for February. And she was just saying kind of flexible with like if we want to do exactly that or turn it into a single page title page. Some of you guys might recognize this. I don't know if this is Amanda Rachelee's spread, but I think she was the first person that I saw anyways to do this Candy Hearts theme. Maybe somebody else did it first. I don't know, but that's where I first saw it. So this is the photo that Patty sent for February. So why don't we do a poll? Okay, yeah, so option 1 is going to be to just do it exactly like this, pretty much a 2-page spread with the Candy Hearts lettering February across. That's option 1. Option 2 would be to put it on a 1-page spread and have the text like stacked for February and more so just like fill the page with hearts and have the letters on there. And then option 3 would be to not put the letters on the hearts, instead to just do like February in a different font and then have the hearts like kind of flowing across the page, you know? Let's do a poll on that. So option 1, exactly like this. Option 2, same idea, just put it onto 1 page and have the letters like not all on 1 row. And then option 3 is to letter February in a different font and then just have the hearts surrounding it, but they wouldn't have the letters for February on them. They just have other little messages. Those are the options. And then we got to pick a color palette, which I love the pastels in this one. That'll be a fun one. Let's see here. And now I can just wait till the poll ends and it will show me what you guys voted for. So that's great. Well, the poll does its thing in the background. I'm going to start swatching colors for our color palette. Okay, Patty, you love the pastels in this one too. Let me see if I have any like close matches to what's in here. Oh yeah, sorry guys. Lots of you are putting the polls, putting your votes in the comments. We're doing a new thing today. I don't know if we'll always do it, but if you look at the top left corner of your screen, you'll see a new little icon there, and that is the poll. So if you click on that, then you can just click the number that you want, and that will avoid any like double votes, any confusion counting up the total. So just click that little kind of like triangle looking icon in the top left corner and then tap the number that you want instead of putting it in the chat. We're going to try that today. Oh, and the results are in option 1, do it exactly the same, won by a landslide. Blue little clipboard. Perfect. That's what it is. That makes more sense. Mine is covered right now, but I was like, it looked kind of like a triangle before, I think. So let's choose a purple. Yeah, the poll option is handy. Jessie and the other Jessie both offered to try being moderators, so they're giving it a try today, and then we'll see how it goes and if we like it. I guess we can do a poll again for which purple to use. 3 is almost more of a pink. Sure, yeah, add a poll for the colors. Which purple should we use? 3, I'm hesitant to even keep 3 in there. I feel like I maybe should have that as part of the vote for the pinks, but yeah, Paige, I'll just ask Patty what she's thinking. If she wants to do a goals page and then add another special page for February, or if she wants to get rid of the goals page for February. Whatever, we're flexible. We've got enough pages to work with. But now I just have to wait for the poll to end. That's the only thing, is that I can't just, you know, like start counting up. Gotta wait for it to actually end. Okay, let's pick a pink. Yes, please vote the little clipboard icon in the top left corner of your screen. Go there and tap the number for the purple that you think we should use as our main purple for this theme. I'm going to swatch a few pinks in the meantime so that we're ready for the next vote. Where are my other good pinks at? Oh, I need to keep these in order, don't I? Okay, option 2, 1. Okay, perfect. Let me put away the other purples and then gear up for another 4 option poll. And I'm gonna actually use the other option 3. I know we voted for it first as a purple, but I feel like it would work as a pink too. So here are your 4 options for the pinks. Let's throw another poll up there. Poll in the top left-hand corner, little clipboard icon. We're voting on pinks now that match with this purple for our little candy heart February theme. Christy and Trini, we're doing a poll the right way today because I have some moderators here today. So if you could click the little clipboard icon in your top left corner and then just tap the number that you like instead of putting it in the comments. We're going to try that today. I don't know if we'll always have someone here moderating, so it's not like this is going to be our permanent setup, but we're trying it out anyways. All right, keep voting for your favorite pinks, and I'm going to look for some blues that we can vote on. Yeah, no, Jesse and Jess, you guys are both pretty consistently here on the live, so I feel like we'll have a moderator most times, but no obligation to be here. Top left, Trini, right under my name, right? It's basically under my name. I can't really see it because my phone screen is covered, but... Okay, and now that poll is done. Okay, option 2 won that one. Option 4 was very close though. All right, so we'll go with those 2 colors to start. And let me just swatch a couple more blues here, and then we will vote between these 4 blues. Oh, you found it? Okay, good. Because we're gonna do the same thing for this vote here. All right, so we want a blue that matches with these 2 colors that we've already chosen. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Choose your blue. So far, we're on a 2 streak. Hey, Alyssa. How's it going? Yeah, these colors are going to be so cute together. We've got to find a greenish one yet, and then a yellowish or orangish one. Oh, sorry, Jacqueline. Markers. I use a variety. What I would recommend if you're just starting is to grab the Crayola Super Tips, the pack of 100 if you can find it at Walmart or something. You can get it on a back to school sale for super cheap. But yeah, so Crayola Super Tips is my top recommendation for beginners, especially the 100 pack. The colors are amazing. And then to kind of fill the gaps, I just buy like individual Tombos, or some of mine are like this is a zebra mild liner. Then I've got a Tombow. And what else do I use? OBUJO, Lyra Aqua Brush Duos. I kind of have a whole variety that, to be honest, they've been gifted to me because I share my journal online. If I didn't have them all gifted to me, I would probably still be sticking with the Crayola Super Tips. Okay, option 1 won this one by a slim margin. Option 3 was right behind. And oh, Patty, I should say this. Patty, if you ever want to override a vote, instead of voting in the poll, just put your vote in the comments, because then I'll see it. Because in the vote, I can't really see, you know, like who it was who voted what. So Patty, if you ever want to override something, just put it in the comments instead of voting. Okay, so option 1 won. Okay, that's not what I was expecting, but we'll roll with it. Patty likes 3. To be honest, Patty, 1 was my least favorite option. So I am glad you said that. We'll go with 3. Oh yeah, right. You can even pin Patty's comments if you need to. Everyone's always so good at standing up for Patty and being like, Patty said 1! But now we can just pin it if we need to. Oh, no worries, Patty. I know, I'm totally team 2 or 3 as well. Yeah, Paige, 100 markers for 15 bucks is great. Yeah, 3 is kind of in between green and blue, but I still always classify it as a blue when I organize my markers. Okay, now let's look for a yellow or orangish, like light yellow, light orange, something in that vein. Where's the other yellow that I want? I know exactly which one I want to add. Here we go. All right, another 4 option vote coming at you. Oh, the theme. Here, let me hold up the theme as well. So there's our options for the orangish color, and that's the theme that we're doing. Basically, exactly. We're not really going to change much about it. And you can find, we're doing real polls tonight. So if you look right underneath my name in the top left-hand corner, you'll see a little clipboard icon. Go to the clipboard and then choose your favorite one of these yellows in the little poll up there. We've got some moderators on tonight, so that is going to be super helpful. Voting on a yellow, and then our last color to add is going to be a green. If we can find one that looks good, because this is kind of in between, but I see a lot of votes for 4 in the chat, but if you could go put those in the poll in the corner right underneath my name, top left corner up here, you can vote for number 4, and then it will count up better. Did Patty say 4? What in the world? How did I miss that? Oh yeah, no, some of them are yellow, some of them are orange. The one in the picture is pretty orangish, but it's like borderline yellow, you know? So I just kind of looked for my favorite light yellows and oranges. Option 4, yay, okay. I love that color. Oh, in the poll, Jordan, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so we locked in option 4. Now let's see if we have a green that complements these well, we'll add it. If not, we'll leave it as is. Because yeah, our blue does kind of fill the green category as well, but let's see if we can find one that goes well with that blue anyways. Okay, let's try these. Oh, Patty, what did you say? use 2 and 3 from the blue row. Here, let me just swatch some greens and then you tell me. Where's my super, super light green? Here it is. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. 2 is a blue, 3 is a green. Do you like that option better than any of these 4 greens, Patty? I think that would work just fine. Okay. People are agreeing. Patty, do you want to do that? Lock in 2 and 3? Okay, cool. I am totally on board with that. Okay, there we go. Color palette chosen. That was so much easier with the poll feature. Okay. Now, let's go and get started. So we want to do basically exactly the layout that was sent. So I'm just going to start plotting the hearts and we will do that. And I'm going to darken up that bottom part, just not quite yet. You missed January? Let me show ya. January was a fun one. We have our 2026 title page. Spring, summer, fall, winter. Carry the winter theme into January. Her goals page, an extra page for like quotes, inspiration at the beginning of the year. Dashboard, and then the weekly spreads look like this. And now we're in February. Yes, candy hearts, Jessie. Oh, I just realized I colored that all in solid. I wanted to leave space for the R, so I'll just have to do the R in white gel pen on top. And we will outline some stuff here, don't you worry. This pink one is a chisel tip, which is always annoying, but it's a nice pink. It's just, I don't like having the other option of the marker be a chisel tip. Okay, yeah, cool, Patty. You want it the same as the other inspiration page? And I'm going to start doing the white gel pen on here because it's going to take a few layers because I forgot to leave part white. But we'll just layer it on good. And then we're going to outline the letters as well, so they will pop a little more. Hey Faye, how's it going? Oh yeah, I know Robin, these colors are beautiful. I love the mild liner colors. I just wish that more of their markers came in brush tip. Like, I know their basic sets come in brush tips, but I wish that their more special sets came in brush tip. I'm doing well. All right, I'm just gonna darken up all of the like kind of shadow parts on these heart candies. And then I'm thinking find like a fine liner in each color that's like slightly darker than the color itself. In the original one, she does use black, but like a very fine black tip, but I'm thinking of maybe just using like a slightly darker pink, slightly darker blue, etc. to outline things. What do you guys think? I feel like that would look cute. I mean, I also always like the no outline look, but this maybe is one where I would outline with something. Well, let's take a vote. Let's take a vote. Okay, so option 1 is going to be no outline, just kind of add the shadows. If we do no outline, I would also add a bit of a shadow around the letters to make them pop a little bit more. Option 1 is going to be no outline, just use the same color to add a bit of shadow. Option 2 is going to be outline each color in its own colored fine liner. So like a slightly darker pink, a slightly darker purple, you know. And then option 3 is going to be to outline in a black, super fine tip. That's option 3. We'll get a poll up there in just a sec. So in a moment or two, you should see a little clipboard icon pop up under my name in the top left corner. And when you see it, go in there and vote. Option 1 is no outline, just darken up, shade it with the same color. Option 2 is outline in the same color, just a slightly darker marker. And then option 3 is to outline everything in a thin black marker. Man, this white gel pen actually covered really well. I've only done one layer on the R and it already looks so white. I'm surprised because this white gel pen has been pretty spotty for me. All right, you should be able to see the poll up in the corner now if you haven't already. So even if you put your suggestion in the comments, go up to the poll right below my name and vote for your favorite option there so that we've got all the votes kind of in one place. Okay, so I've got everything. Option 2, okay, cool. That sounds lovely because I've got this whole pack of OBUJO markers where the opposite end is like a fine liner tip. I never use that tip. Like I've had markers of this type forever and I just never end up using that tip, but I feel like this would be the perfect opportunity to use it. So let me just try to find, let's see, does this, yeah, that works. It's a little bit darker. Let me see if this one is better. No, I think the first one's better. Okay, so we'll do, or let me check one more thing. Oh yeah, let's do that. I feel like for the yellow one, we need it to pop a bit more because the yellow is so light. Okay, and then for pink, let's see. Does this look good? Or should I try this? I feel like that one's nice. the other one's too light, it will blend in with the parts where I shaded it a bit darker. Okay, and then for purple, that's maybe a bit too dark. How's this one? Oh yeah, that's great. Okay, and then what color? I need a blue. I should circle this one so that I remember that it's part of our color palette. I need a light blue and a light greenish blue. Let's see. What's my other one? Let me see. Oh, that's way too dark. Too green. That's probably fine. Okay, let's do that. I think I found a matching fine liner for each one. And then I'm just gonna do like kind of a dashed sort of outline. Okay, and this F for sure needs to be outlined because it is disappearing in the yellow. That helps so much to make the F pop. These ones, so I actually ended up using mostly the OBUJO dual tip dot pens, although for some of them I did do, I never know how to pronounce these. Like, does that look like a U first of all, or an A? Because to me it looks like a U, but it's like what, pupe? Pupa? I have no idea, but either way, they're by OBUJO, and they've got a fine liner tip on one end, and then a super vibrant brush tip on the other end. These ones are like very, very bright. Yes, I'm gonna add small hearts as well. Yes. I think I might switch to the other purple outline option. It was a bit darker, but I feel like the other ones are a bit more contrasty too. So I'm gonna do that one after all. Just because it matches the tone of this purple a little bit better. The other purple was a bit more of a pinky purple. All right, there we go. We've got the main part of the title done. I will just add a few small hearts and then we will move on to the next page. And you guys should put some little Valentine's messages in the chat that I can put on here, like be mine, whatever. I'll just write tiny little messages on some of these little hearts. You're cute, that's a good one. The yellow one here might be hard to read, but it says you're cute. The other colors will be easier to read. Be mine, text me. All right, let's do be mine. XOXO. Kiss me on this one. And then love you. That's a good one. Just spelled L-U-V-U. Perfect. And then I'm just going to add some little hearts and dots. Thanks, you guys. Yeah, I like this one too. I've seen this cover page done like quite a few times, but I've never actually done it. It's a very cute one. And it totally fits my like style that I like to do, of like pretty simple doodles that still look cute. Not a lot of black outline going on, just like big blobs of color, and make it look cute. All right, there we go. We've got our February title page. I love this one. And I feel like we picked the perfect colors for it. Okay, so Patty, I'm gonna start going on your goals page over here. You let me know what you're thinking for your inspiration page. If you want the exact same thing as February with like the little sticky notes, or if you want like the same idea, like a title with boxes. We could even just do like big hearts colored in that are empty for you to like write on, you know? But yeah, if you want the exact same, or just like same idea, but make it fit the hearts theme a little bit more, or something different, you let me know. I'm gonna start working on your goals page in the meantime, and then we'll get to work on whatever you decide. Let's do our goals heading the same way, because why not? Same idea, make it fit the theme. Okay, purple. Yeah, I just said purple instead of perfect. Okay, purple, we'll do that. Oh boy. Yeah, that sounds great. Cat bug, at the moment, I'm just ordering one per month, or opening one per month, sorry. Wow, I can't talk like at all today. I'm just opening one per month. But I don't know, if I get faster at it in the future, I might open more. It does take quite a bit longer to be doing it on live. But it's so fun, and it turns out just like so nicely with everyone's ideas that I want to keep doing it on live. It just takes a while. The charms are for on your journal. So every journal order, whoever orders a journal, whether it's a custom or whether it's just an empty journal, you get to choose your charms. So Patty paired 2 charms, a P and then a little star. You can just do individual charms, or you can do a combination of charms, whatever you like. But yeah, I just got these cute little strawberries in today, these strawberry charms. And then I've got a bunch of like bows, a bunch of letters of the alphabet in like 4 different styles. And yeah, just a bunch. Let's do our L. Yeah, it's just a fun way to kind of like personalize your journal, even if you don't order one of my like full custom journals, you know, because I don't open very many of those. And admittedly, they are quite pricey because it takes me so many hours to do them. So it's not for everyone, but at least the charms give you a way of like still personalizing it and making it one of a kind. All right, let's darken up the kind of shaded part of each of these and then add our outline. Can't see, whoops. Sorry. Sorry, you guys, I don't have a very good view of my own screen, so I don't always notice when it's not in view. Oh, here, let me, ugh. Come on, move that out of the way. There, now I can tell where it's positioned better. Oh, thanks, Maddie. Yeah, we just did our February cover page, and now we're working on the monthly spreads for February. Starting off with a little goals page. Oh, Patty. I have a few different suppliers that I've partnered with in the past. Yeah, kind of a variety. Oh yeah, speaking of that, if you guys have any feedback on the journaling kits, I would love to hear from you because I'm at the point where I like kind of have a vision of what I want the journaling kits to be like. But before I actually pull the trigger, you know, because you have to place bulk orders for like everything when you're getting things personalized. You know, like if I were to launch my own, you know, like markers or whatever, which I obviously can't make myself. So I need to find a supplier who can make them for me. And so I would love to know what kinds of things you guys would like to have in the journaling kits. The idea is that it would just be like you get the kit and you can start journaling right away. You don't need any other supplies. So it's going to come with a journal, a pencil pouch, and like a bunch of tutorials on like different lettering styles, different doodles, different layouts, like the grid spacing for, you know, like 3 different calendar layouts, how to count your grid spacing and whatever. So it's going to have stuff like that, but then also I know I want to include a good white gel pen, some markers, some black fine liners. And then I know some people have said like stamps and ink. Some people have said like scrap paper or washi tape, but I'm not really sure which of those things to prioritize. I would love to do all of it, but the reality is like the more things I add, the more expensive the kits are going to have to be. And so I want to keep it affordable, but yet like comprehensive, you know? What kinds of things would you guys like to see prioritized in a beginner journaling kit? Yes, Canada. So Faye, I would have to find a supplier who can make all those things for me and then send them to me, and then I would send them to you from Canada. Oh yeah, Shelly, that's a good idea. You could totally check Amazon for charms. Washi, definitely markers. Yeah, I was thinking that too, that I could do, we're in February, Chloe, that I could do like different bundles, like, you know, the crafters bundle that would have more like scrap paper and washi tape, or the doodlers bundle that would have more like markers and pens, you know? But I'm not sure. I just don't know how like wide to cast my net at the start, you know, because I don't know how much interest there will really be. So I'm not sure what to start with, you know, because I know I can't start with everything that I want to do. I have to start a bit more manageable. So I just would love to know what people would like to see as like the priority pieces. Oh yes, you can see the February again. So this is, I'm pretty sure it was Amanda Rachel who did it first. Could have been someone else, but I know she did it at one point. And that was the theme that Patty requested for February. Little candy hearts, thank you very much. But yeah, not my original idea. This one was pretty much exactly copied from Pinterest. Oh yeah, that's so fun, Patty. Making jewelry. Love that idea. Okay, so I'm getting a mix of feedback. The week stamps. Yeah, the week stamps would be great. The week stamps. Markers. Yeah, so here's my other deal with markers. I've looked at a bunch of marker suppliers already because that is one of my big things. But other than Crayola Super Tips, I've never found good like felt tip markers, you know? All the other good ones are like brush tip, but brush tips are harder to learn with as a beginner because there's just so much more like variability in how thin and how thick you can make your strokes. So like from a beginner perspective, I feel like felt tips would be great. But then I kind of have to go just like buy Crayolas for you guys from Walmart because I can't find a better felt tip marker than that, let alone a more affordable one, you know? So it's like, do I order my own like brush tip pens that are a little bit harder to use as a beginner, but then I can like, you know, customize my color palette and all of that? Or do I just like, you know, go pick up some Crayola Super Tips from the store and add them to the journal kits? You know, I'm kind of torn on that too, because I know that I want good markers. That's a priority for sure. But it's either Crayola Super Tips or my own brush tips, because I can't find anyway another felt tip marker that is actually good for journaling. Theme stickers. So yeah, journal color. I have a few more of these ones left and my clay colored ones. After that, I'll be placing an order for more colors. But yeah, so you'll get to choose your journal color. Pencil case, I am also, that's another thing I'm working on, is finding like fabric markers that I can actually like calligraphy your name onto a pencil pouch for you. That's the idea that I have right now. Paige, I'm not sure if I can buy like actual name brand Crayolas in bulk. That's a good question though, because that might work. But I haven't looked into that. Because yeah, for ease of use and like, just, I've always been kind of a fan of just keeping your supplies fairly simple to make it, you know, less daunting to start. And so I've always been one to say like, oh, if you're just starting, just go get the Crayola Super Tips. Don't worry about Tombos. Don't worry about brush pens. But like, those are the only kind of markers that I can find that I could actually like work with a manufacturer to make my own bundles, you know? So it's like either I just go to Walmart and get you Crayola Super Tips, or I make my own, but then they're brush tip, which I love, but it is harder to learn with. So that's one thing that I'm kind of on the fence about. Oh, you do love the personalized pencil case? Okay, good. I love that idea too. Okay, let's do our inspo page over here. And what I'm thinking for this page maybe, Patty, is that I would maybe just write like inspo in the middle with these hearts and then just kind of surround it by larger hearts just like this, but leave them empty for you to write on them. What do you think about that, Patty? Inspo in this heart style across the middle, and then larger hearts and smaller ones just as like doodles, but larger empty ones that you can write on. Do you like that idea? Okay, sounds good, Patty. Yeah, I would make them all different colors, I think, Cat Bug. I'm gonna outline this first. Yeah, Paige, that's the thing, like, Crayola Super Tips are, in my opinion, the best ones to learn with. But I can't find my own supplier to make markers like that. But I don't know, like, if I want to just straight up buy Crayola Super Tips and put them in the bundle, you know? That's one thing that I'm kind of struggling with right now. Because I know that I want a beginner-friendly marker, but I also want a good color variety, which I would get to choose my own color variety if I went the brush tip route. Whereas with the Crayola Super Tips, like, I'm not going to send you each a pack of 100 Crayola Super Tips. Because that would be a huge package. Like, you may as well go pick them up at Walmart, you know? I don't know. I'm just torn. Those are some of the behind-the-scenes logistics that I just need to figure out. But that's one thing that I'm getting a little bit hung up on. But yeah, I know for sure, like, the resources that I want to include for teaching at least calligraphy, maybe another font or two, a bunch of doodles, a bunch of layouts. I've already got all of that stuff in the works. I'm just trying to nail down exactly what other supplies I should include and then source them all, which is going to be the more time-consuming part, I guess. Because I can't just make my own markers in my living room like I can with my instructional material, so that's the challenge. That's a good point, Beanie Poutine Queen. Like, I could curate something a little bit more, like, specific, you know, kind of have, like, you know, a set of, say, like 24 brush tip markers where you can, like, mix and match color palettes for various seasons and be a bit more intentional with, like, the colors, but then it will be brush tip. And then people who want to start smaller can get Crayola Super Tips for themselves. I don't know. I might be overthinking it, but those are kind of the hang-ups that I'm having at the moment. Exactly, Wavy Jess. That's the thing, like, finding a supplier for each thing and then meeting all of their minimum order quantities, which for some is just insane if you want any level of personalization. So yeah, it's definitely taking a bit of organizing. That's for sure. That's kind of what I was thinking, Maddie, like, just kind of even having it as an option, like buying some Crayola markers just like from Walmart and then giving people the choice at checkout, like if they want a more curated selection of brush pens or if they just want a standard pack of Crayola Super Tips. I don't know. But yeah, markers, a journal, a pencil pouch, a white gel pen, some fine liners. Those are like the must-have pieces in my opinion. Hey, Holly. Yeah, no, I don't post on YouTube anymore. I haven't for a few years. Mostly just, so like 80% of my YouTube content was custom bullet journal flip throughs. And then I would do, you know, the monthly plan with me, monthly theme ideas, whatever. But pretty much all of my content was custom bullet journal flip throughs. And so when I had kids and I stopped having time to do 2 custom bullet journals every week, I kind of ran out of YouTube content and YouTube takes a lot of work for me. I'm not great at like editing things and filming things nicely and figuring out lighting and all of that. Like my husband does a lot of those kind of like the more technical things anyway. So it wasn't really something that I was good at or that I really enjoyed. It was more just like a way of sharing my work. And then when I didn't have that work to share anymore, I just kind of stopped posting on YouTube rather than, you know, like scratching my brain trying to find new things to post on YouTube, because the YouTube itself was not my forte. It was the like creating the art that I enjoyed, and then I just happened to share it on YouTube, you know? But that's why I don't post on YouTube anymore. I will be posting a flip through of this though. That's my plan, is to post a flip through of each journal that I finish now, which I'm aiming for 1 a month. So not a lot of YouTube content, but at least a place where you can see the whole journal in one spot. Aw, thanks, Holly. You're so sweet. Okay, yes, Jess. And people for sure will get to choose their charms with the journal bundles too. That's another part. Okay, you guys are helping me with the marker decision, that's for sure. Like just kind of making a collection of my own brush pens and then maybe having like a discounted option that includes no markers under the, you know, kind of premise like that as a beginner you can just go to Walmart and get the Crayola Super Tips if you don't want to use the brush markers or something like that. Okay, I gotta make these bigger hearts now. Thanks for all your feedback, you guys. Sorry, I'm reading through some of the comments because I know I missed a bunch of them. But yeah, thank you so much. It's been on my mind so much, and there's just like a few issues that I'm kind of getting hung up on. The markers being one of them. And then the other thing too, like, yeah, I just don't know if I should be including any material from other brands or if I should be finding my own manufacturers for everything. Like, for example, the Tombow Fudenosuke black brush pens that I use. I don't know if I'll be able to find a supplier that can make something this nice for me, you know? So do I just get the Tombow ones? But that's like, I think $12 for the pack. So then it's adding an automatic $12 minimum onto the price. I don't know. So many technicalities. Yes, this is still Patty's journal. Thanks, Julie. Wavy Jess, I think like build your own bundle from scratch might be a bit chaotic, but like I do want to have a few different options. I think like, yeah, like I was kind of saying, like the crafters bundle that would have more like scrap paper and washi tape, and then like the doodlers bundle that would have more like markers and maybe some colored fine liners or something like that, you know? Just kind of have a couple different bundles for different styles, because I know some people like to use washi tape and scrap paper in their journals. I don't. That's never been my style. But for some people, that would be the most approachable type of journaling material to include in a bundle like this. So anyways, just a bunch of thoughts that I'm dumping out. Oh, who's Coco Daisy? I should check that out because I never heard of her. Page of what type of thing are you talking about? The Tombow Fudenosuke, the Tombow black brush pens. These are another thing that I'm getting hung up on, because I feel like having something like that is good, but I just don't know if I'll be able to find anything like that from a different manufacturer. But Yeah, I'm not sure about those, Paige. I'm probably gonna have to test a few manufacturers or just go with the Tombos, but yeah, still a lot of things to figure out with the whole journal kit thing, unfortunately. I wish it were just as quick and easy as it sounds like it should be, you know, like just pack up some markers, pack up some pens, pack a journal, good to go. But that unfortunately is not the case. Aw, thanks, Paige. I don't currently sell my stamps on Etsy. Contact Crafts sells them. Although now that I'm getting back into the physical journals and not just my digital journals, I am considering starting to stock them myself as well. Because I do have the like usage rights for that, but I just haven't yet. So if you want them now, you can go to Contact Crafts and use code Rylee10. That'll be 10% off. But yeah, I don't know. So many things on my mind and I just don't know which things to prioritize. And that's one of them. Another one of them. Oh, cool, Lovey. What kind of side hustle are you starting? What niche are you in? Oh, cool. Wax seal stickers and magnets. Like, do you just use like the sealing wax and then turn it into magnets? I'm so curious now because I have a bunch of wax seal stuff, but I only ever use it like on pen pal letters. I don't really know of any other uses for it. But that sounds really interesting. All right, what kind of messages should I include on these little hearts? The big ones are going to be empty for her to write notes on, but the little ones can have little Valentine's messages. Oh, cool, Faye. Oh, cool. That's really neat, Lovey. I've never thought of that. Oh, I want to be doing little hearts and dots. BFF, cute, sweet. Crush. Let's do that one. I'm just kind of writing on whichever ones I see when I look up at the screen. Oh, Patty, I've got a hugs right here. Me plus you. The felt tip. Sorry, do you mean the thin one that I'm outlining with? Is that felt tip? I don't even know. Maybe that's not felt. No, I don't think that's felt tip. These ones? Oh, are they felt tip? Okay. Some of these are felt tip and some of them are not. Oh, you're great. I like that one. You're great. Yeah, Judy, I've got a whole smorgasbord of markers here. I've got some Tombow dual tip brush pens, some Zebra mild liner chisel tips, some OBUJO dual tip dot pens. A whole variety of markers going on in this spread. right, yellow, and then we're done on this page. We'll do a BFF one, haven't done that yet. Cutie one. Okay, there we go. Love that page. Some smaller hearts, some bigger hearts. You can write down your thoughts. Oh, what did I do? Oh, these dots? You're so right. Fill all the space. There we go. Okay. Goals. I love the goals page too. I just love these colors together. So cute. Title page. You can't even tell that I forgot to leave that one white. Like that one's just white gel pen. No worries, Catherine. Goals, inspo. Let's get into the dashboard for February. Does February have 29 days in 2026, or did we just have a leap year in 2024? I think we just had one, but I should pull up my calendar to confirm. 2026, yes, we've just got 28 days in February. All right, let me see. All right, I'm going to try to color with chisel tip, see if that goes faster than fine tip. Yeah, it's such a satisfying sound, hey, Chloe? Yikes, chisel tip. Not my favorite. I just want to color this in. Can you color it in? That's one thing you will never find in your journaling kits. Chisel tip. I don't know who invented these or who at Zebra Mildliners thought that that was the way to go, but it's not. I know they're meant to be highlighters, but even for highlighters, I would rather have like a felt tip or a brush tip. Okay. Let's do this. Trying to decide how to do gratitude up here, the heading for gratitude, because like we have a bit of space, but obviously not enough to do like a heart with each letter on it like we have been. Trying to think. Gratitude. Any ideas for how I should do that heading? And then up here I can do our hearts again for Okay, I like some of these ideas. Let me just do this page now that I'm here. Calligraphy alternating the colors. Yeah, I thought of that. That could work. All right, this month okay, so let me see here. Big heart with the whole word, calligraphy, but each letter is different color. Okay, I think a few people have said that. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do the different color calligraphy and then either put a big heart kind of behind it or surround it with little hearts. What do we think? Let's say option 1 is a big heart behind the calligraphy, and option 2 is surround the calligraphy with small hearts in the lighter version of each color, not the darker one. And we can do a poll. If Jessie or Jess, would one of you guys like to set up a poll, or should we just, I see there's a lot of comments coming in already, so we can just go that route too. But let's do, where's my blue? Where's my blue? Oh, here. All right, no poll, no problem. Let's see here. So option 1 was a big heart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, whoops, what did I do? Click. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it really that close to being tied? Eight now, ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 twos. Oh, yeah. Option 1 was a big, one big heart behind gratitude, probably in like yellow or light blue or something. And then option 2 was to surround it with lots of small hearts. Film a tutorial on the heart month. I can try. I won't make any promises. I always mean to film tutorials for things and then I just forget. Or not forget, I just have so many other things on my plate at any given time that I don't get to do everything, you know? And that's one thing that doesn't always get done. But I can try to talk through the doodles tomorrow night on live when we're doing the weekly spreads. Because I don't think we'll bother even starting the weekly spreads tonight. It's almost, oh yeah, it is 10. So I probably should just go to bed. So we can save the weekly spreads for tomorrow night and I can totally talk through the doodles on the weekly spreads tomorrow. Oh yes, I can show those for sure, Abby. I'm just gonna finish doing this part. And then I will show you that. I'm going to finish this in just a sec, don't worry. These are the December weekly spreads. Let me show you December for those of you who missed it. We did this fun little like black line on the white, transition into white line on the brown. And then the weekly spreads were like this, just some craft paper across the middle with December and our Christmas lights. Thank you guys. And then January, we had this little wintry theme, in case any of you guys missed this one. And these are the weekly spreads for January. And then we're on to February. All right, then we just need a brain dump down here. Lettered, it takes me, these days I'm trying to do one per month, but this was only my second one since restarting them. So I don't know if one per month is a good goal, but I used to do 1 or 2 a week, but I had a lot more time on my hands back then. Then we need brain dump over here. I'm wondering if I should just bring back this same thing for a brain dumped title down here to tie it all in, because I don't want to do brain dump, you know, in our little heart font. Alternatively, I could just do like a few large hearts, kind of overlapping almost, for her to fill in as a brain dump. They do take quite a bit of time, but I'm on live usually for about 2 hours an evening, a few days a week. So that's when we get it done. That would be cohesive. Yeah. Okay. Here are my options. Option 1, we do pretty much this same thing, but down in the corner here, kind of like flowing up the page. Brain dump with kind of alternating letter calligraphy and the little hearts. That's option 1. Option 2 is going to be to just do like 3 big hearts, more overlapping. These ones aren't overlapping at all, but make them overlapping, and then maybe just have brain dump kind of more like this, like just kind of hugging 2 of the hearts, have like brain dump or something like that. That's option 2. So option 1, do this type of deal in the bottom corner to write brain dump. Option 2, 3 large overlapping hearts, and then just kind of put brain dump hugging that. And I see up in the top left corner here, Jessie or Jess, thank you very much for starting a poll. If you just click that little like clipboard icon right under my name, and then you can participate in the poll instead of putting your votes in the comments. It just makes it so much easier to count up the votes. So we've never done this before today, but today we actually have some moderators. So it might not be like this all the time, but it is today. So do it in the poll, because that just makes it easier to, then we don't have to manually count anything up. And I'm going to do that. And I think that will be the finishing touch for this evening. And then tomorrow we're going to do weekly spread. Oh yeah, Patty did say one. Thank you. So I think what we're going to do is Patty's votes in the poll will just be like she's voting. But if Patty wants to overrule something, she'll put it in the comments so that we can see it for sure. And we don't need to like dig through the poll to see who said what. Does that work for you, Patty? If you want to just vote, just for fun, you can vote in the poll. But if you want to like choose a definitive thing, put it in the comments and we'll see it there. Okay, so brain dump. I think there's too many hearts. Well, a lot of hearts. That's kind of the theme for this month. So let's do then brain. Forgot to dot my I. And this one doesn't have the brush tip that those ones do, so I'm just gonna manually thicken it up, try to make it match a little better. Oh, Lorraine. Sorry, Neva. I couldn't realize what you were saying. Sorry, it says brain. That's a fancy B. Brain dump. I was so confused. I thought you were like asking me to write Lorraine. Oh, what name was it? One time we had someone join the live and just ask for me to write someone's name in the journal. It was a funny name. What kind of name was it? I think it was like Bart or something. It was like, please write Bart. And I was like, no, I don't think you get it. Like, this is someone else's journal. I'm not gonna calligraphy Bart in here. But they just kept asking, like, write Bart, please. Barth. Yes, it was Barth. You're so right. It was hilarious. They were just like so pushy. I was like, okay, you're really not catching on. This isn't a live where I just write everyone's name. This is someone's journal. I'm not gonna write Barth. But yeah, that was funny. I thought you were doing that here for a second. I was like, no, I'm not gonna write Lorraine. But no, it says brain dump. But I know sometimes calligraphy is like, it's fancy, but it's not always the most legible, even if it looks nice. Good night, Jessie. Thank you so much for moderating tonight. That actually worked so well. I don't know if I'll be on yet tomorrow. I'm not sure. But I do always update on Instagram. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, Jessie, but no worries if you're here or not tomorrow. I know it is the start of the weekend, so I'm not expecting you. Okay, there we go. Let me show you a quick little flip through of all that we've done so far in this journal. For those of you who have watched parts or none at all, you'll be here, Jess. Awesome. All right, so this is Patty's journal. We've got some yearly spreads up here. July, we did this little beach theme with some fun calligraphy. And this is what our weekly spreads looked like, the little turtles swimming across the bottom. And then for August, we did this little Dutch door rainbow and clouds theme with our dashboard. And this is what our August weekly spreads looked like. September, we did this little vintage doodles theme. And then we've got our dashboard here. And then the weekly spreads for this one were so much fun with the little collage corner. I am not a Halloween person at all, but I am obsessed with October. Just like the composition of it is so cute to me. It's not over the top, but it's still like really doodly. And we've got our goals, our title, our dashboard for the month, and then the weekly spreads for October also turned out so cute. Then for November, we did this little fall wreath theme with a little acorn buddy. And the goals page. Patty, you think you converted me to love Halloween? I don't know about that. Although I will say Halloween this year with a toddler was actually so fun. And then our weekly spreads for November were also very fun to put together. December, we had this crafty little Christmas theme. I love the goals page with the little ornaments. And then we've got our weekly spreads here. For 2026, we have a little 2026 title here where we've got all 4 seasons. So spring, summer, fall, and then the winter carries over into January's theme. Goals and an extra page for inspiration. Then we've got our January dashboard. And the weekly spreads for January looked like this. And then today we finished those weekly spreads and we did February. So we've got our February title page here, this little candy hearts theme. This was not my original theme. This was, I think Amanda Rylee was the first one to do this, but this is the theme Patty requested for February. We've got our goals page. I love the goals page. I don't know what it is, but it's just cute. Then we've got an inspiration page for Patty to write down quotes, thoughts, gratitude, whatever. And then we just did our dashboard now for February, and we're going to do the weekly spreads. I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow night. I always let you guys know on Instagram when I plan to be live. So you can keep your eyes open for that if you would like to join for the next live. It might be tomorrow, it might be next week. I'm not totally sure. But thank you guys very much for joining. I see a couple comments that I haven't answered yet. Thank you for all the compliments. This has been so fun doing this together. Sorry, Verlena. I'm not taking more orders at the moment. I just take 1 or 2 at a time so that I can like fully finish one before I commit to doing another one. But again, I always announce that kind of stuff over on Instagram. Instagram's kind of the best place for announcements if you want to know when I'm going to be live, when orders are open, all that kind of stuff. And also if you want to learn more about the journaling kits that I'm launching, I want to kind of work through that in my Instagram stories to really like curate a good collection for you guys to start journaling from scratch with those journaling kits. But thank you. Brenna, your comments must have been filtered this whole time. I just got spammed with like 6 comments from you, but some of them must have been earlier because one of them's a vote, so that doesn't make sense. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Sorry, Brenna. But yeah, thank you guys very much for joining. If you're interested in anything from my shop, I have printable bullet journal spreads, digital bullet journal spreads. I have the empty journals where you get a charm and a custom name page. I've got a few colors of these, and my whole shop is 50% off for you guys for joining me on live if you use the code LIVE50. So thank you very much for joining, and I will hopefully see you in another live really soon. Have a great rest.